Alright, now we're going to be looking at example 2, finding the area of a sector. I took a sticky note and I copied down the two formulas that we were given on the previous page. So in the example it says find the area of the sector shown at the right. The sector is like the slice of pie that you're getting. The sector is the piece of pizza. So they give us the information of the arc length, 135 degrees, and they tell us that the radius is 6 centimeters. So to be able to calculate the area, we would take the arc length, the measure of arc CD, which is 135, divided by 360 degrees in the entire circle. From there you multiply by pi times r squared. R is 6 in this case. So we plug in the pieces of information that we have, 135 degrees and 6. From there, when you plug it into a calculator, you'll end up getting that the area is approximately 42.4 units squared. If we look at the exercises for example 2, we are given a radius of 3 inches for circle P. So the radius is 3 inches. They didn't give us the measure of the arc length, but they did give us this symbol down here. We should all know that this little square means that it's a right angle. And hopefully we remember that a right angle is 90 degrees. So from here, we know the radius, we know the arc length, we plug the pieces of information in just as was done in the example. So we'd have 90 over 360 degrees times pi times the radius squared. So 90 divided by 360 degrees should be 1/4. So 1/4 pi, 3 squared is 9. 1/4 times pi times 9. If you plug that all into a calculator, you get an approximate answer of 7.07. And that again is units squared. In number 5, we're given the arc length of 52 degrees and the radius of 17 feet. I'm sorry, that shouldn't be units squared, it should be inches squared. So we have 52 degrees divided by 360 degrees times pi times 17 squared. And when we plug this into a calculator, we get about 1.4 times pi times 289. So then again you plug that whole thing into a calculator and you should end up getting about 131.14, and that would be feet squared. In number 6, our arc length is 160 and our radius is 5. So we plug in what we know, 160 over 360 times pi, and r squared is 5. So we know that 5 squared is 25. And we get 34.91, and it was in meters, so meters squared. So then your job is to complete practice A, problems 1 through 17, using the information that we just went over. If you have any questions, please ask. Thank you.